Strip away your name, your job title, and your bank account. If someone walked up right now and asked you to explain exactly who you are without using any of those labels, what would you say? For most of us, that question hits a brick wall. The late comedian Mitch Hedberg perfectly captured how bizarre this blind spot is. He was sitting down for an on-air interview, and the radio DJ opened with a standard icebreaker. "So, who are you?" Hedberg froze. In that moment, he had to pause and ask himself, is this guy really deep, or did I drive to the wrong station? It is a funny anecdote because it hits a nerve. Society has worn down the profound question of identity into mindless small talk. We are so accustomed to giving a superficial answer that we struggle to offer a substantive one when it matters. If forced to explain what you actually stand for, you might find the answer surprisingly thin. Without that internal clarity, we default to the path of least resistance. We end up mimicking the wrong influences, chasing trivial things out of habit. The Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius viewed self-knowledge as the primary obligation of a human life. To him, understanding the self was a mandatory duty that dictated how a person functioned in the world. If you failed to define your own identity, a highly distracted, constantly selling society will gladly define one for you. Aurelius insisted on starting with the macro. To answer who you are, you first have to ask, where are you? This requires understanding your exact, tiny place within the vastness of the universe and human society. Take a look at this passage from his private journal, Meditations. Aurelius explicitly links spatial awareness to identity, writing, "A person who doesn't know what the universe is doesn't know where they are." Think of this as a cosmic funnel. Finding purpose requires you to start with the widest possible lens of universal awareness, the where, and then narrow it down to individual identity. If your job disappeared tomorrow, who would still remain? Narrowing the funnel forces us to confront pure character, separating what we do from who we actually are. Internal clarity relies on external reality. Recognizing our microscopic place in the cosmos is the required foundation for building an ego-free identity. Moving further down, we hit the third W. What are you doing? This layer requires a cold audit of daily actions, separating intentional habits from the reflex to mimic those around us. Aurelius tightens the focus in the next section of the text. He writes, "A person who doesn't know their purpose in life doesn't know who they are. Ignorance of your actions stems directly from ignorance of yourself." This drops us to the very bottom. Why are you here? True purpose is an active, continuous discovery based on your daily actions. It is not something you passively wait around for. This purpose becomes a singular anchor. It is the only thing strong enough to prevent us from wandering down unfulfilling or non-existent paths. You cannot buy or hack your why. It only emerges as the byproduct of rigorously answering the first three questions in the funnel. Aurelius was writing long before algorithms existed, but his warnings applied directly to the modern epidemic of digital exhaustion and the constant hunt for social media metrics. Look at how he concludes this thought. So, what to make of people who seek or avoid the praise of those who have no knowledge of where or who they are? If you constantly calibrate your life to win the approval of a crowd that does not know itself, you guarantee an unfulfilling life lived on someone else's terms. An obsession with digital metrics serves as a clear indicator that the internal foundation is missing. So pause for a second. Look at your own life, right in this exact moment, and evaluate the person you are becoming. If you want to fix the foundation, start with 5 minutes of evening journaling. Do not list what you accomplished. Write down only the specific character traits you displayed that day. Next, mandate 30 minutes of completely disconnected time in your schedule. No screens, no podcasts, no inputs, just pure thought. Finally, choose exactly one specific action for tomorrow that matches your internal values, regardless of whether anyone else praises you for it. The world will continually try to tell you who you are supposed to be. Living wisely is the active, daily decision to answer that question for yourself.